I'm Carrie Beck with CurriculumConnection.net and HowToTeachWriting.com. Two of my very favorite people have put together a product that I think would be very interesting for you to listen to. Even let your older students listen to as well. These are DVDs. The name of it is The Two Andrews, Andrew Pudewa and Andrew Kern. I'm very serious. Out of the homeschool world, these are probably two of my very most favorite people and the same name. We've been able to enjoy visiting with them here in this room actually when they stopped by for dinner one night. Andrew Pudewa is the founder of Excellence in Writing, and Andrew Kern is the founder of CRC. They both have a classical bent. They both have very similar ideas on writing and the way to teach kids writing and how much structure you need to give them and how we need to guide our kids more on how to write than just what to write about. Let me tell you a little bit about each of the discs, the DVD workshops that you will get in this program. This says Disc 1, the 4 language arts, and this is by Andrew Pudewa. 4 language arts? Did you know there were 4 language arts? Most people just think of reading and writing. You'll have to listen to the disc and find out exactly what the other 2 language arts are. The 5 Paths to Great Writing, that's by Andrew Kern. He's basically going to go through different methods and different strategies in good writing and to get your kids to write stronger and more effective. And by the way, I have heard all of these in a workshop, actually twice, because when they did come stay with us for a little while for a meal, the next day we were able to go to a workshop here in town. And I absolutely love listening to them, enough to where I drove to Houston the next day and listened to them all over again. And this was the basis of where these DVDs came from, was that workshop that they were doing, sort of a Texas tour at the time. The next workshop is the distinctives of classical rhetoric. What is classical rhetoric? What does it mean to you? And Andrew Kern's going to talk about that. And do we even use that anymore? Developing the essayist. Andrew Pudewa is going to talk about essay models and how you can teach your students to do essays the correct way and a gradual method of building that analytical writer. We don't want to dump that on a second grader. Obviously, they are learning the foundation and the tools for it, but we're not going to say write an essay. And that's what most writing teachers do, let's face it. I need you to write an essay on this time period, and that's as much instruction as they give. They're going to give you a lot more tips and strategies. Next, we have assessment, Pudewa and Kern. Now, I love this. This is all about how do they assess writing, marking and grading, objectivity, motivation, and just staying sane. You know, if you've got a stack of papers that you need to grade, that can be a little intimidating. It says, how to keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and planting seeds of doubt. And I have to admit, I agree with their view on grading. And it's not going to be very common because I know even in the classical school here, they're very careful that you have to do this, this, and this. They have a different method of doing it. Basically, if you've done what they've told you to do, you should be able to get a good grade because as a teacher, you should have told them specifically how to write a good paragraph and given them those guidelines. There is a panel discussion, common problems in teaching writing that they do together, and looking ahead, where do you want to go from here? Again, they do this one together, and bonus material, exclusive interviews with the 2 Andrews. I think these are 2 of the smartest men there are when it comes to education, and education that will really have a biblical worldview and give your children a biblical foundation. And they use the language arts as their tool to be able to do that. And they have got, I mean, I just go away having always learned something new from them, something to make me think about what's going on. I'm not even teaching my kids anymore. They've graduated, and I still come back to thinking about this and how we can do things better and how I can encourage some of the young homeschool moms that are here in this area. I highly recommend this. It is well worth every penny. If you can't get anything else this year, I would say get this. It will be all the motivation that you need to survive your homeschool year. I am Carrie Beck, CurriculumConnection.net and HowToTeachWriting.com. Go grab a copy of the 2 Andrews with the link below, and I will see you on the next video review.